there, and welcome to Yoga 1. So if you've not done yoga before, this would be a perfect class for you because I'm going to just kind of go through the basic poses today. Now that being said, if you are a frequent yoga practitioner, you can push yourself beyond just the beginnings of the pose, and I'll show you how to do that as well. But anyway, if you don't have a mat, you can use a towel, or if you have carpeting, you really don't need anything if you don't want anything underneath you. So my name is Ingrid, and on behalf of 50 North, welcome. So as we begin class, I want you to just get yourself in a comfortable position, whatever that might be. It could be on your back if that's the way you like to start your practice, or it could be sitting up. But if you're sitting up, just make sure that you feel those sits bones underneath you and that your spine is nice and tall, and that you melt your shoulders down away from your ears. And as we begin, gently close your eyes. And take a deep inhale through your nose and sigh your breath out. And we'll do that one more time. Deep inhale through your nose. Sigh the breath out. And we'll just continue to bring your focus to your breath. And as you begin to take your next inhale through your nose, I'd like you to count to the number 4. And then as you exhale, begin to count again and count to the number 5. So lengthening the exhale. So really getting rid of all the toxins that may be lurking deep down in your lungs. And just continue that counted breath. Inhale to the count of 4, and exhale to the count of 5. Just continuing to focus on that breath, relaxing your body as we begin our practice today. Just remembering that each practice is as unique as the person doing the practice. And from day to day, you may find your practice changing as well, depending on how you slept, what you did the day before. And so just be gentle with your body. Appreciate what it can give you today in this moment. We're working on our breath here. Bring to mind an intention that you'd like to set for your practice today. And so your intention being something physical, emotional, or spiritual that you wish to receive from your practice. Or maybe there's someone that you can show some positive affirmation for in your practice today. Someone that needs some positive energy maybe flowing their way for whatever reason that might be. And we'll take one more breath here. What is normal breath for you. begin by giving our necks some love. So take a deep inhale here. And as you exhale, just gently bring your chin to your chest, stopping at that edge where you feel a nice stretch in that upper spine, but not to the point of pain. Relax into the breath. And on your next inhale, bring your head up. And as you exhale, lean your right ear towards your right shoulder. And then bring the fingertips of your left hand on the floor beside you. Continue to take those nice breaths, maybe adjusting your chin forward or back, finding that perfect spot that feels the best in your stretch. And as you take your next inhale, coming back to center. And as you exhale, let your left ear lean towards your left shoulder and bring the fingertips of your right hand onto the floor beside you. On an inhale, bring your head back to center. Just again, check that you're comfortable, that your spine is straight, shoulders melted back away from your ears. On your next inhale, reach your arms out and up, lengthen up. Gaze towards the sky if that works for you. And as you exhale, just let your hands float down. Do that one more time. Inhale, bringing your arms up. And exhale, bringing your arms down. So one more inhale up. And as you exhale, twist to your right, bringing your left hand to your right knee, right hand behind your back, and bringing your gaze over that right shoulder. Take some breaths here. On your next inhale, come back to center. Again, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist to your left. Gaze over your left shoulder. And as you inhale next, come back forward, reach your arms up, release your legs down the center of the mat, and exhale, lean forward, hinging at the hip, again keeping your spine nice and straight, flexing your feet, pulling those toes towards you, just feeling the backs of your legs lengthening into the lower back. Continuing to take those nice breaths, expanding your ribs, and as you exhale, contracting them. And if it would feel okay to you on your next exhale, round your back, forward, reach further down your legs, keeping your feet flexed. Just relax your kneecaps. Feel the stretch further up your spine. On your next inhale, draw your hands up your legs, coming back up to seated. And then go ahead and bring your legs behind you and come up on to your hands and knees, So your hands coming into tabletop position, bring your hands underneath your shoulders with your fingers spread, tops of your feet on the mat, knees under your hips, or close to it, wherever it feels comfortable for you. And we'll do some gentle cats and cows here. So as you inhale, let your belly reach towards the mat, curling up your head and your tailbone. And then as you begin your exhale, push the middle of your back up towards the ceiling and tuck under your head and your tailbone, coming into cat. You're just moving with your breath. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. A couple more of these. Finish the cat that you are on. Come back into a neutral spine and then bring both hands over to the right edge of your mat. Stack your left hand on top of your right and then sit crossways, leading with that left hip. So getting a big stretch down that left side body and just sitting back as far as feels good to you. Just take some nice breaths here. Inhale, bring yourself back up and walk your hands over to the opposite side. And then this time stacking your right hand on top of your left, pushing out with that right hip this time. Nice big stretch down that right side body. Take some breaths. Inhale, coming back up onto your hands and knees. Then as you're ready, on an inhale, float your right leg up behind you. So your toes will be facing the earth. Nice straight leg, pushing your heel towards the back of the room behind you. And if it works for you, reaching forward with that left arm. Really reaching forward. Take some breaths here. So looking down at your mat, keeping that spine in line. So on your next exhale, gently bend your left elbow and your right knee and bring them toward each other underneath your body on an exhale. And then as you inhale, reaching leg and arm out again. And exhale, bringing elbow to knee underneath your body. Inhale, reaching out. We'll do that 3 more times. Exhale, elbow to knee. Just moving with your own breath, finding your own rhythm. And one more. And then release back into tabletop. And so we'll do the other side here. As you're ready, float that left leg up behind you. Again, flexing your foot, pushing that heel towards the back wall. Gazing down at the mat. Spine is straight. And as you're ready, reach forward with that right arm. Continue to take those nice breaths. And as you take your next exhale, bend your elbow and your knee and bring them toward each other underneath your body. And inhale, reach out. And moving with your breath. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reaching out. So we'll do 2 more. And release. So slowly sit, curl your toes under and sit back towards your heels. And so you may be up on your knees, or if it works for you, sit back on your heels. Getting a nice toe stretch here. And let's do some wrist therapy. So drawing circles with your hands, one way, then the opposite way. Reach forward with your right arm. Pull your fingers back towards you. And the opposite way down. And then reach forward with your left arm. Pull your fingers back. And down. And release. Shake your hands out a little bit. Bring yourself up off of your heels. Come back into that tabletop position. And then as you are ready, push yourself up into downward facing dog. And so just begin to paddle out your feet. And so your ears are framed by your arms. You're gazing back towards your feet or even through. Pushing back with your heels, forward with your whole hand. Spread your fingers, feel the knuckles on each finger. On your next inhale, come up on your toes. And then as you exhale, push back with your heels. And do that a few more times. Inhale, coming up on your toes. And pushing back as you exhale. So finish the one that you're on. And as you're ready, on an exhale, slowly let your knees come down towards the mat, but not touch. And then inhale, bring yourself back up. Do that again. And one more time. And so from here, slowly walk your hands towards your feet, coming into a forward fold. So let your head hang free. Arms hang free. You can hold opposite elbows if that works for you. So your belly should be resting on your thighs. So ragdoll pose. Just relax into the pose. Take some nice breaths. And maybe with each exhale, you can feel yourself sink a little bit deeper. Release your hands if you're holding opposite elbows. And on an inhale, just bring yourself up halfway to a flat back. So your shoulders are pulling away from your ears, your shoulder blades are pushing toward your spine. And just take some nice breaths here. And as you exhale next, fold forward. And then as you inhale, sweep your arms out and up, hinging at the hip, coming up to standing. Bring your palms together, interlace your fingers except for your pointer fingers. And as you exhale, lean to your right. Really a big left side body stretch. Take some breaths. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lean left. Inhale, coming back up. Release your hands, bring palms forward, and as you exhale, lean back into a standing back bend. And coming back up, bring palms together, and as you take your next exhale, bring your hands to heart center. We'll do a few half sun salutations here. So inhale, reaching your arms up. Exhale, fold forward, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, bring your arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. And so finding something to gaze at, either at your house or mine. I want you to stand with your feet just pretty much where they're comfortable, somewhere close to underneath your hips. Take an inhale here. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. And we'll take our first tree pose here. So root your left foot down, spread your toes, feel the ball of your foot. And then as you gaze on your drishti, that place that you've decided to focus on, begin to kickstand your right foot. And if you're feeling quite stable, go ahead and bring that foot up your leg, either above or below your knee. Take some breaths. And as you're ready, gently grow some limbs on your tree. On your next inhale, bring your palms together, and exhale, release back down. So just march out, step out your feet a little bit, and as you're ready, root your right foot down, spread the toes, find your drishti, and then as you're ready, kickstand that left foot. And so this may be where you are today in your tree pose. Or maybe you can bring that left foot up, that right leg, take some breaths. And again, as you're ready, perhaps you could grow some limbs on your tree. And on inhale, bring your hands back together. And exhale, release down again, stepping out your feet if that would feel good to you. So come to the back of your mat. And then step forward with your right foot. So bring your front heel so that it's lined up with the arch of your left foot. And your back foot should be flat down onto the whole sole. And as you're comfortable, bend that front knee. And then bring those arms wide. Gaze down the fingers of your right hand, coming into a strong warrior two position here. Just really make it strong. Maybe pulling in with your feet, engaging those inner thighs, or pushing straight out with those arms, working those shoulders. Take some breaths. On your next inhale, come into reverse warrior. Just lean back, let that left hand fall into that left leg, reaching up and back with your right arm, or as far back as your body allows today, keeping that nice bend in that front knee. And slowly come back into warrior two. Bend your front elbow, bring it to your front knee. Sweep your left arm up and over, extended right angle pose. And then on inhale, coming back into that warrior two. Straighten that front knee. Reach forward and then rotate down, coming into triangle pose. So your gaze can be forward or looking up towards that extended left arm. And on your next inhale, bend that front knee. Come back into that warrior two, and then walk your feet around. And we'll take warrior two the other way. So left foot forward, right foot in the back this time. Bend into that left knee. Take some breaths. Maybe pulling those feet towards each other, isometrically, pushing those arms out. And taking nice breaths. On your next inhale, flip that front hand over, coming into reverse warrior. And slowly bringing yourself back into that warrior two. Bend that front elbow, bring it to your front knee, and sweep that right arm up and over, coming into extended side angle pose. So creating a nice diagonal line with your right arm and your right leg, keeping your head in line with the rest of your spine, and taking those nice breaths so you can feel those ribs expand and contract. On your next inhale, coming back to that warrior two, straighten that front knee, reach forward, come into triangle pose. And slowly bend that front knee. Come back into warrior two. Release your arms and then turn your feet so that your toes are facing the long edge of your mat. So we'll have our toes be closer to each other than our heels, and place the pinky side of your hand right where your leg joins your body, and that's where you're going to bend, keeping your back straight, just coming down as far as works for your body, and then releasing your hands on to the ground if that works for you. Again, nice straight back here in monkey pose. So on your next exhale, round your back down, reach your hands through your legs. Take a couple of breaths here. On your next inhale, coming back forward into monkey pose, and we'll just move with our breath a little bit here. Inhale, coming into monkey pose, and exhale, rounding your back down. Again, inhale, coming up. Flat back. One more time. Round your back, and this time reach your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, pull those arms forward. Take some breaths. Release your hands, bring them back down to the ground. Plant your left hand down underneath your face, and on an inhale, reach up with your right arm and bring your gaze around towards that right hand, or just take it as far as works for you. Maybe it's somewhere in between. Exhale, coming back down, and then replace your left hand with your right. And then on your next inhale, reaching up with that left arm. Take some breaths. Release your hand. And then bring your heels in. Bend your knees towards your toes, and then slowly bring yourself up to standing with your knees bent towards your toes. Then bring your arms out into goalpost arms or goddess arms. And we'll slowly move with this. So inhale, straightening your legs, reaching up. Exhale, coming back down. Inhale, coming back up. So next time we come up, we'll come into star pose. Just reach your arms out to the diagonal. Feet are out to the diagonal, soften your knees, and the top of your head towards the skies. Really lengthen that spine, take some breaths, really reach. Again, pushing with your legs, reaching with your arms. And release your arms down. And heel toe your feet together. And this time, come up to the front of your mat. And we'll take a slow sun salutation A. So on your next inhale, reaching your arms up. On an inhale, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back into a plank position and hold there for a few breaths. So as you're ready, bend your elbows in towards your sides and bring yourself all the way down onto the mat. And on your next inhale, come into a baby cobra. Exhale, bring yourself down. With your hands, push yourself up into a tabletop pose. Curl your toes under and come into downward facing dog. Take some breaths here. On your next inhale, look up between your hands. Step forward, come up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, come down into your plank, and this time, see if you can come down halfway or less. Push yourself up into an upward facing dog. So you can see that my legs are floating above the mat. I'm on the tops of my feet. And as I exhale, I'll curl my toes under and push into downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here. And on your next inhale, look up between your hands. Again, step forward, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Take a couple of breaths here. Let your shoulders melt away from your ears. Just taking a modified mountain pose here. Take some breaths. And on your next inhale, as you're ready, inhale, bring your arms up. You're going to sit back into a chair pose or powerful pose. So your arms can be framing your ears. You should be able to see your toes if you look down and wiggle your toes. You're on your heels. Take some breaths. Just pushing back with your bottom. And then slowly bring your weight onto your left leg. And then cross your right leg over. And then bring your right arm under your left. And bring your palms together, coming into eagle pose. And then slowly, when you find your stability, you can always keep your toe on the floor here. Slowly push your arms up. Push your seat back a little further. And so you're going to release your arms first. Inhale, reaching them up. Then you're going to uncross your knee and send that right leg back. And you're going to come into a warrior one. So adjust your legs, your feet, so that you are comfortable in this warrior one. Again, bend into that front knee. Take some breaths. And on an exhale, bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. And as you exhale, slowly lean forward. coming into a humble warrior. So you can reach your hands up towards the sky if that works for you. So we'll do one more balance here. So release your hands, reach them forward, and then hop that back foot forward. Bring your weight onto that left leg. Float that back leg behind you. Flex your foot. Take some breaths. And slowly release, coming back to standing. Exhale, bring your arms down. And we'll do the other side. So inhale, reaching your arms up. Exhale, sit into powerful pose. And as you are ready, bring your weight onto that right leg this time. And wrap that left leg around. And then left arm under right, palms together. Take some breaths. So again, release your arms, bring them up, uncross that left knee, send that left leg back, bend into that front knee, coming into a nice warrior one. Take some breaths. On your next exhale, bring your hands behind your back. Fold forward into humble warrior. And if it works for you, pull your hands up towards the sky. Release your hands. Reach them forward. And then again, hop that back leg in. Bring your weight onto that right leg. Float that left leg up behind you. Take some breaths. And release down. Let's take an inhale up here. Exhale, bring your arms down. Again, one time, bring your arms up. Bring your hands to heart center. And come back to the front edge of your mat. And we'll do one more sun salutation A. So on an inhale, reaching your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into your plank. And halfway or all the way down, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take some breaths here. And as you're ready, bring that right knee down to your mat. Extend your left leg out. And then reaching up with your left arm, come into a side plank on your knee. And if it works for you, float that left leg up. works for you, bend that left knee. See if you can catch that left foot. Coming into a half bow here. And release. Bring yourself back into that downward facing dog. And as you're ready, coming down onto that left knee, extend that right leg back and opening up. And from here again, floating that back leg up. Take some nice breaths here. And if it works for you, bend that knee. See if you can catch that foot. Take some breaths. And release. Just come onto your hands and knees. Bring your knees a little wider than hip width apart. And just sink back into a child's pose. And take some nice breaths here. So slowly bring yourself up onto your hands and knees. And then bring yourself to seated with your legs out in front of you. And we'll take another forward fold here. Inhale, reaching your arms up, lengthen your spine, flex your feet, and lean forward. And maybe, since we've warmed up nicely, you can stretch just a little bit further. Wrapping your hands around the backs of your feet. Take some breaths. And release your arms. Draw them up your legs, come to seated. Now you're going to take your left knee, you're going to bend it and bring it forward so that your left foot is by your right hip. And then you're going to stack the other leg on top. So bend your left knee and bring your left foot over to your right hip. If that doesn't work for you, you can extend that bottom leg forward if that feels better. So coming into cow face pose. On your next inhale, reaching up with your right arm, pat yourself on the back, and then wrap your left arm around your back, reaching your fingers toward each other. Take some breaths. Release your arms and go ahead and straighten that left leg. Then take an inhale, reaching your arms up, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist to your right. So using that left arm as a lever, see if you can push yourself around, coming into a nice spinal twist. Take some breaths. And release, come forward, release that left leg, and then go ahead and bend. Let's release the right leg. So you're going to bend your right knee. Right knee forward, left knee on top. I also have to have help for my class with this one, but I think I'm right. So your left knee is on top. So as you inhale, reaching up with your left arm, exhale, pat yourself on the back, and then reach around and up with your right. Again, pushing those fingertips toward each other. Maybe yours hook. I know I have some people in my classes that can do that. Take some breaths. So release your arms and then go ahead and straighten that right leg. Take an inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist to your left. Come forward. So release both legs forward. I'll do it this way, otherwise you'll lose my feet, I think, on the floor. So sit with your knees bent, the soles of your feet on the mat. Nice straight spine. Bring your hands behind you, fingers facing forward. Then just go ahead and lean back and float those legs up. If it works for you, release your arms coming into boat pose here. Take some breaths. And if you need your hands on the mat behind you, go ahead and do that. Or bring your hands behind your knees. Take some breaths. And slowly release. And just do some gentle cats and cows. So inhale, push your belly forward. Exhale, push your back out. Just a couple more times. And then as you're ready, whatever way works the best for you. For me, I like to place my hands on the backs of my thighs. And just gently lower myself down onto the mat. And then go ahead and bend your knees, bring them into your chest, and maybe rock gently from side to side if that feels okay to you. And then go ahead and bring your feet to the mat with your knees bent close to your body. Bring your arms down by your sides. And on an inhale, just begin to lift your lower back, middle back, your upper, coming onto those shoulders. And if it works for you, bring your hands underneath your body, interlace your fingers. Just walk your shoulders toward each other underneath your body. So just coming into a nice bridge pose. Take some breaths. Holding your hands together, release. Bring yourself down onto the mat. And then bring your feet about hip width apart. And bring your right ankle to your left knee. And if it works for you, float that left leg up. Reach behind with your hands, interlace your fingers. Pull that leg forward for a nice stretch on that outside hip area. And release to switch sides. Left ankle onto right knee. Float that right leg up. Reach through the keyhole. Take some breaths. legs again. And then go ahead, one more time, bring your knees into your chest. And as you're ready, let your knees come open. Reach for your feet, the outside edge of your feet. You can also take your peace fingers, wrap them around your big toe, and complete the circle with your thumb. And pull those feet open, coming into happy baby. And just rocking slightly if that feels okay to you. So knees are coming towards your underarm area. And just take some nice breaths. As you're ready, go ahead and release your legs down the center of your mat. And just bring them out a little bit wide, maybe towards the corners of your mat. Reach your arms back behind you. Take a full body stretch and a deep inhale. And sigh the breath out. So coming into our final resting pose, Shavasana. And so you should feel the support of the earth underneath your entire body. And your arms can be out in starfish pose, or you can bring them down by your sides, palms up. You can rest them on your body, whatever feels the best to you. And just gently close your eyes. Let your whole body relax. Relax your eyelids. Relax your jaw and let your tongue fall to the bottom of the mouth. Relax your throat. Let your shoulders just melt toward the earth. And just relax your elbows, your wrists, all of your fingers, anywhere you hold tension in your body. Let it be relaxed. Relax your chest and your belly. Relax your hips. Relax your knees. Relax your ankles. And let your heels grow roots into the earth. Relax your toes. And just breathe. Maybe bring to mind the intention that you set for your practice. So I'll invite you to take Shavasana a little bit longer. Take it for as long as you like. Or at this time, begin to lengthen your breath and bring some gentle movement to your fingers and your toes. Slowly bend your knees and roll to the side that would feel the best to you today. And as you're ready, with your uppermost arm, push yourself up to seated and come to seated with your eyes closed and your hands at heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. May the longtime sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Deepest peace.